All right, let's take a look at the NBC Saturday morning preview print ad that would have been published in comic books around August, September, and October of 1985. This is for the 1985-86 season for NBC. This was Saturday mornings in full swing. The 90s is when Saturday morning programming died, but this was right in my wheelhouse. I was a child at this time, and NBC was awesome. They had the greatest programming, in my opinion. I still watched ABC and CBS, but NBC had some great stuff. We're going to take a look at this amazing print ad. This was full of detail. I remember this was my favorite of all the big print ads of the time. So we'll go through this bit by bit by bit. Starting on the upper left-hand corner, there's a caption that says, deep within the secret underground headquarters of the National Broadcasting Company, NBC, in Burbank, USA, an unusual meeting is taking place, one that will have a direct bearing on you and your friends in the months to come. And here's some details. So there's a bunch of people in like orange jumpsuits and NBC peacocks on their backs. With robots and everything. And to the left is a banner, Welcome, Punky and Gummies. So Punky Brewster was a sitcom, of course. It was Soleil Moonfry. And they made a cartoon where she has a little, like, leprechaun hamster or something. I don't know. But that was debuting in the 85-86 season on NBC. And also the Gummy Bears. Gummy Bears was the first time that Disney made a cartoon series for television. They hadn't done it before. All of the old guard were against it because they felt that Disney would never do it, Walt Disney himself. And Michael Eisner took over Disney and said, guys, there's money in television. Let's try this. Instead of doing like Mickey Mouse or like Goofy or something, they did something completely different and kind of based their cartoon off of the Gummy Bears candy. And so we had The Adventures of the Gummy Bears debuting in the 85-86 season of NBC, the very first Disney cartoon for television. And to the right is a big board that's supposed to be showing the 85-86 NBC Saturday morning schedule. So it begins with the Snorks, which was a Hanna-Barbera ripoff of their own Smurfs. Smurfs, of course, was a comic that they licensed, and it became enormous. And so they made all sorts of different ripoffs of that, including Snorks and Biscuits, which isn't here. And Adventures of the Gummy Bears, of course, is right after, and Smurfs right after that. Now, I don't know how long the block is for Smurfs. Smurfs occupied a block that was sometimes 90 minutes, sometimes 120 minutes. So yeah, sometimes like 2-hour Smurfs, 90-minute Smurfs, an hour-long Smurfs. It's just a bunch of shorts, right? Punky Brewster is right after Smurfs. Alvin and the Chipmunks was enormous in the 80s, still going strong at this time. Kid Video, which was a cartoon that you will never probably see in your lifetime again because it used a whole bunch of licensed music from the time. Mr. T, of course, the cartoon based on Mr. T, you know, the personality who was on A-Team. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, which was an awesome cartoon where Spider-Man teamed up with Iceman and Firestar, and they fought all sorts of Marvel characters. And One to Grow On, which was a short that would feature in the commercial breaks with a celebrity telling you, different life lessons and morals. And here to the left, we've got Spider-Man, and he's like, careful, T, we want to surprise the other guys, and you never know who may be reading this comic. And Mr. T's like, Spider-Man, the little blue guy is no fool. I'm trying to do my best, Mr. T here. This year, we're cool, even more than... And then one of the newer Smurfs from the show, who's going to debut this season, is like, this is going to be the Smurfiest year ever. And Smurfette's like, hey folks, this is Sassette. So they're introducing Sassette. They don't name the other new Smurfs. Ever seen anybody so Smurfy? And one of the characters from Kid Video is like, not since the Bruce Springsteen concert. And here you have the cast of Kid Video in the back here. They were real people that they made into cartoons. That was the premise, that they were a band. They were like a high school band or something. And then they turned into cartoons when they went into a cartoon world trying to get back. And anyway, and they had music videos of the real band, and they also played music from the time. Here's the Snorks in a fishbowl. They're like not happy. We gotta go on first thing in the morning again. You gotta be kidding. So they're upset that they're the first cartoon. There's a Smurf trying to get in. Hey guys, can I come in? Here's Iceman saying, you know, with the Saturday morning plans that we have under wraps, we're going to be hotter than ever. Firestar is like, that's easy for you to say. You're melting all over me. Firestar debuted as a cartoon first. She was never in comics first. So she debuted in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. They made a comic adaptation that was kind of in continuity with the comics and the cartoon itself, so bridging the gap. Firestar, of course, being introduced in the cartoons, was in that comic, and then eventually turned up in the Marvel Universe. She was an Avenger for a while. Here are the gummy bears, like, let's all be there. Here's Simon from the Chipmunks. We've been looking for a dancing bear to join our act. And the gummy bear is like, I won't dance, don't ask me. I couldn't bear it. That character was voiced by Lorenzo Music in the cartoon. Of course, Lorenzo Music was Garfield, making all the money in the 80s. And here's the other gummy bear, Grown. Here is Punky Brewster saying, Alvin, have you seen Brandon? Brandon's her dog. And Alvin's like, last time I saw him, he was chasing a Smurf. And to the right is Brandon about to, I don't know, kill a Smurf or something. I don't know what he's going to do. And at the bottom here it says, this fall, tune into NBC on Saturday mornings and find out how much fun you can take before you crack up completely. Here's Papa Smurf saying, Punky, with you and the Gummy Bears and 4 new Smurfs joining us this year, the best Saturday morning on television just got Smurfier. And Salil Moonfry, Punky Brewster here is like, shh, you just let the Smurf out of the bag. So there you have it. I thought this ad was incredible when I was a kid. All these different characters. Whoever drew this had to draw them all in their different styles. They look very accurate. Mr. T and Spider-Man, that's awesome. You got like Iceman and Firestar over there. Kid Video is like all but forgotten today. But yeah, this was incredible. NBC was pretty good. I watched most of these. You know, the practice of most kids was to switch back and forth, and if you saw something and remembered it fresh, then you would see what else was in that time slot. But I found myself going to NBC very often with Spider-Man, Mr. T, Gummy Bears, Smurfs, Snorks. I mean, it was crazy. Yes, I watched Punky Brewster as well. So I hope you like this walk down memory lane with this old comic print ad for the NBC Saturday morning lineup for 1985-86. If you like this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. So until next time, take care.